Hey everyone, I'm Scott Stokely, and this video is about how to play in a tournament when you have somebody on your card, let's just say, whose presence you don't enjoy as much as the other people in the tournament, to put it lightly. Basically, how to golf with someone you don't like. Now, this can be broken into two categories. The first are for players who are just out here to have fun. They're playing tournaments to hang out with their friends, to enjoy themselves. The answer to that question is that this is no different than how do you coexist with a coworker or next to someone on an airplane. This is just about how do you get along with somebody and how do you deal with it. That's not really what this video is about. This is going to be specifically about how do you keep this distraction from affecting your score. So, the first thing, to put it simply, is get over it. Put on your big boy pants, put on your big girl pants. This is sports. It's not your birthday party. You don't get to handpick who you golf with. Now, that probably sounds like some tough love coaching advice, but really it's not. This is about mindset. This is where it all starts. If you show up at a tournament and you look on your card and you see somebody that you don't want to play with, and your thought process is, oh God, I hate playing with that person. Or, oh my God, the next 2.5 hours are going to be awful. I can't wait to get this over with. You're effectively beaten at that point, right? Your mind is in the wrong place. If I'm ever at a tournament and somebody on my card comes up to me and says, dude, you believe we got to play with that guy? I've already beaten that person. Now I'm only competing against the person I don't like because the other person's already blown it for themselves in their mind. You have to accept the fact that you're playing with someone, you don't have a choice, it's moving forward. Let it go. Now, as far as practical advice, there's a couple different approaches you can take to help mitigate the distraction. The first is self-isolation. Okay, never forget, you paid money just like everyone else in the tournament. You have the right to do whatever is going to be best for your game. Okay, you're not rude, you're not disrespectful, if you're not being social, okay? You're required to give your score when called politely. You're required to take the score when it's your turn. You're required to step in and help make a ruling if necessary. But outside of that, there's no rule that says you have to talk to any one person or persons in your group. You can stand over there. When it's your turn to throw, step up, throw, and step away. One effective trick is, it's real simple. Just turn your back. Okay, if you turn your back, it's far less likely that someone is going to engage with you. Now, that's a great approach if all you care about is your score, but that's not my personal favorite approach because I do enjoy the social aspect of the game. That's part of why I play disc golf, especially as I'm getting older. I don't want to be golfing by myself. So I use what I call the buddy approach. If there's someone I don't want to play with, I just pair off with someone in my group, make them my buddy for the round. I kind of hang out with them, I kind of talk to them, I interact with the group as little as possible, but really I just kind of step aside and hang out with this other person. Again, that's not being rude. If somebody thinks you're being aloof or you're not socializing with the group because of it, that's not your problem. That's their problem. You need to do whatever is best for your game. And if that's the best strategy, that's what you should do. If you care about your score, do what it takes to score the best. Now, a couple little pieces to add to this. The first is, if you're an up-and-coming player, okay, if you're a junior or an amateur and you're aspiring to get good, and you get somebody on your card you don't like, there's only one reaction you should have to this, and that is, oh, sweet, this is great. This is excellent training for when this happened, when the stakes really matter. Okay, I know all tournaments matter, especially when you're new or you're younger. The local C tier is a pretty big deal as a newer player, especially if you don't travel much. But at the end of the day, that tournament is a stepping stone to bigger and better things. So if you never have the opportunity to deal with that type of distraction during the round, you will not be prepared when the stakes are higher and there's more on the line, okay? Practice, consider that a training opportunity. Then when you get stuck with some person you don't like at the World Championships on the lead card, you know how to deal with it. You have the experience, you have the wisdom. The final thing, I'm going to list for you right now all the people I don't like golfing with. Ready? I can't stand playing with Won't do it. You'll never hear me publicly talking about people I don't like, people I don't enjoy. As soon as I start complaining about other players, now I'm part of the problem. I'm bringing negativity to the group, to the tournament, to the sport. You'll never hear me publicly state that I don't like someone. You know why? I don't need to. If I don't like playing with someone, probably no one else does either. We all know who those people are. If instead you're the positive person, you're the one that people are going to want to hang out with, you're going to have a better experience, people are going to want to hang out with you, make you their tournament buddy, and you're just going to have a better experience overall. So keep everything positive, don't let the negativity get to you, and don't put more negativity out there. That's how you deal with playing with someone you don't like in a tournament. Now, super quick plug, I have a Patreon. Click a link down below. Won't go into details, but it's a way of supporting all the content I'm putting out. But more important than that, it's not a donation. You're going to get a bunch of free stuff like live stream Q&As, voting on topics to be discussed, my book, behind the scenes, and all sorts of cool stuff. Click the link, read about it. I also do private lessons. I do them by video for players all over the country. Link is below. Message me. We'll talk about it.